I'm happy to see you, man.
Hey, B. Man, I've been sitting back waiting for the moment, man, to see you run down the field again, brother. I told you from day one, this was going to be a tough move. You made it. You came through the fire. Be ready to see the light. Cause the fans ready for you to be back.
I'm from the pit, not the palace. I'm kinda stylish. Lifestyle lavish. Jump in the coupe with no mileage. Run it, style it. I'm from the pit, not the palace. I gotta run it, style it. Hit on the gas, make it growl it. Jump in the coupe with no mileage. Came from the struggle, I had to hustle. Get out the muscle, this is no tussle. I don't gotta touch it, I get the beat, I make it bubble. This is tough, fresh out of payment. They bring the pain, I bring the payment. Throw in the hate, this an arraignment.
I told you from day one, this was gonna be a tough move.
I'm from the pit, not the palace. I'm kinda stylish, lifestyle lavish. Jump in the coupe with no mileage. Run it, style it. I'm from the pit, not the palace. I gotta run it, style it. Hit on the gas, make it growl it. Jump in the coupe with no mileage.
Hey, B, man. You had them 3 little boys. Man, God just gave you another son, man. You've been out the game for over a year. You put up big numbers, but you know the greatest number is loving them 4 young boys that look up to you more than anybody else. Keep balling, keep working, but keep being loved. And love the ones that love you.
Let's go. Go.
You're now listening to the Social Punch Podcast. We are drunk responsibly.
Here it comes.
Hey everybody, you guys got a double dose of Social Punch today. Thank you, Dre.
Yeah, thank you for not answering your phone. So now we got 2 episodes in one day.
I was cooking.
What was you making, Mike? A whole bunch of lies?
Oh, I should have posted a picture, but I posted the picture in the group chat. But I was cooking. Well, me and Shauna was cooking.
Well, all right. I ain't see no pic, which means lies.
Welcome to Social Punch, everybody. I am Michael. At Mike Define is where you can find me. Dre Macon at Making Sense, and DJ King Apollo is in the building. He has no app because honestly, none of us know which one is the right one to use.
I don't know either.
I just tag it every time I need to tag you in something on social media. I just tag whatever one thinking it's you and wait for you to comment. And then if you don't comment back or like it, then I know I tagged the wrong one in it.
Sir, it's just Deron Bishop at this point. I don't know anymore. I just
talk about Twitter.
Oh no, I have like 3 of those. Nah,
yeah.
I got one that's just all only hams women. I got one that's a mixture of both with a picture of Dre as my header, and then I have one of me as a child. So
at least you can say like your hacker army is getting strong because you're not the only one. I saw a whole bunch of people being hacked and all this other type of stuff, and I saw this white girl who got hacked saying, "Oh, come get this Bitcoin, my nigga," and I was like, you know what? It was it was just like, you know what, it's too much.
I'm not gonna lie, if anybody still think my old Facebook is me after they changed my name to Thunder Thighs, this is automatically just commit seppuku and then kill themselves.
Well, speaking of the N-word.
Nice transition.
You know who else can't say the N-word? Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
be talking about Joe Rogan's public apology as Spotify removed 70 videos, 70 episodes of him. As you're having a party in the background, bro.
It's nah, man. It's just all three kids are here, and me and C Money made macaroni and cheese and baked.
I got nicknames.
Yeah, C Money.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, man. C Money, and I'm that nigga. So when people hate me, I'm like, oh, that nigga. Anyway, so. But yeah, so me and her made baked macaroni and cheese. I had to do my cheese sauce thing. That is a very creepy picture, but I agree. I had to do my cheese sauce thing, and then we made barbecue chicken. So kids came over, they're all just eating, relaxing, and Gio's doing Gio things. So yeah, that's the party I got.
Nice. So let's start it off. Let's start it off with Rihanna. Congratulations to Rihanna. I know about 99.98% of Black men are upset right now that Rihanna. What?
I'm not upset.
You're not upset. See, that's why I said 99.98.
Why? Because I found a thick version of Rihanna on TikTok.
What you mean?
No. There you go.
You found a what
Off
version?
rip.
I found a thicker version of Rihanna on TikTok.
Oh. Right.
That was that's to say that for later on. The hell?
Nah, we're not
Definitely
doing
got the
that.
foot.
Nah.
She
We're not
that-
doing that. Nah, you're not
She
about to
does-
disrespect Rihanna like that, bro.
She definitely got the forehead.
I'm just saying, there's still a chance. That's why I'm not hurt. Thank you. That's why I'm not hurt. That's why I'm not hurt. Nah, Mike. That's why I'm not hurt, Mike.
That's definitely Walmart brand. That's definitely
Look, man.
Family Dollar brand
Look,
Rihanna right there.
I don't care. I don't care that it's great value Rihanna. Guess what? There's still a chance, Mike. In the words of Rihanna, I going to be her rude boy. Even as a Jamaican, that's a terrible Jamaican accent.
You know what?
Wait, what?
Americans wouldn't know any different. Anyway,
Yeah,
but so let's just talk about it real quick, man. Congratulations to the least likely human being on this planet to get her pregnant. ASAP Rocky.
Yes.
What, man? What? What did you put that for?
First of all, man, like realistically, name five ASAP Rocky songs.
Problems.
That's easy, man. There's ASAP.
Was he even on that song?
Effing Problems? Yes, he was on that song.
Nah, I'm talking about ASAP. He said ASAP. He's on ASAP.
I know.
Was he even on that song?
Is Long Live ASAP?
So you're naming his albums.
Is Live for ASAP?
So you're naming his albums. I know there's Effing Problems. There's Potato Salad he did with Tyler Creator.
All right.
I think there's that song Ride with the Mob, Hamdulillah.
Sir, that's ASAP Ferg, not ASAP Rocky.
Was he on a remix? He might have been on a remix.
It was remix.
I know on I think Long Live ASAP, there's the 8 Train. That's a song. Yeah, I only got 3. I don't know if I can do 5. I only got 3.
And
there's Lamborghini House. He has a verse on that, but that's the whole ASAP mob.
And there was one he said, I'm not pulling out. And that's the main song. So here we are.
Yeah, the only song that matters is the song of apparently the clapping that I wasn't doing, but ASAP was doing. Sick. Yeah. I'm sick, Mike.
it's nice, but again, like I said, the least likely mug to get her pregnant got her pregnant, and you know what? I'm happy for them because
No, you're not.
Why is it? Because he dark? Because he dark skinned. You prefer a Drake or a Chris Brown light skinned fella to get her pregnant?
I said I'm happy for them,
Fella.
Fella.
Nah, man. Nah, we all haters around here, man. We haters.
I'm happy for them.
We ain't happy for ASAP nothing.
Hate.
I would have been upset with anybody that wasn't me that got her pregnant.
I thought you was on Megan Good train. Oh, she's getting divorced too, ain't it?
I still am on that train.
Well, according to this documentary,
We don't want to hit none of your puns right now, man. We don't want to hit none of your punchlines.
Nah, you do. Nah, man. According to this document that the docuseries that dropped, I might be on the Janet Jackson train since Jermaine Dupri out here just ruining things for everybody.
What happened?
You ain't see Jermaine?
He admitted that he was cheating while he
was he was cheating with like, bruh, you see Janet Jackson, and she decided to date the fucking rat from Kim Possible, and you done fucked that up. I'm waiting for ASAP to. Let me tell you something. The moment ASAP drops the ball, me and Gio are at the front door.
So, in lieu of Rihanna being so great, right? Let's just talk about her accomplishments for a moment.
You think you hurt now? Let's just talk about more about Rihanna.
Let's just talk
see
about
how
her
hurt you are.
accomplishments. At just 32 years old, you know, my age, we could have done something special. Rihanna has already achieved icon status. Over the course of her relatively short career, Rihanna has positioned herself as one of the
So we're just gonna do that really quick.
That's exactly how we all feel. As soon as we heard the news broke, as soon as we saw that picture go up with the belly bump, that's what we all said.
Oh man.
Okay, so we all know that Rihanna is one of the most influential artists of all time. I believe she's a billionaire at this point as well, right? With her Fenty brand and everything.
Yep. And she made underwear for big people.
Yeah, 33.
Sexy underwear.
Over how many Grammys does she have? I think 33 Grammys.
It doesn't matter. She's not with me.
Yeah.
In the words of Chris Brown, she ain't you. So she ain't with me.
2005, she was signed. All right. Crazy.
Right, Mike. What was you doing in 2005?
What was I doing in 2005? She had her first #1 single in 2006.
Ponder Replay.
And then the game-changing track Umbrella was released on March 29, 2007. You know, I think that's after she established herself as one of the greatest, after one of the most controversial things of all time that we're not going to talk about.
No, we're going to talk about it because she's not with me, so now I'm petty. Say what you got to say. Huh?
Took on her first Grammy in 2008.
Man, talk about the car. Talk about the car ride, Mike. Talk about the car. Talk about the car ride, Mike. Talk about the car ride, Mike.
No, we're not talking about that, man. But all in all, let's just talk about this. And do you think it was important? This is a conversation that we wanted India to jump into, of course, but I think that Rihanna made the perfect choice of establishing herself in her life and her career before settling down and, getting pregnant. I mean, look at what she's done and what she's accomplished as a woman from another country, a Black woman from another country who just Dre, you threw me all the way off, man. You know what, Dre? You ain't shit, man.
What I do?
Let's just, first of all, I'm sorry, ladies.
You was listed the accomplishments.
We are just the worst people on this planet. But as I was saying, coming from someone who's from another country with little to nothing and just establishing so much, becoming such an influential human being, you know, we gotta do a big shout out to Rihanna. You know what? I think is there a making minute? Shout out to her. And shout out to all you. Shout out to all you incredible women that just continuously just do great things in life. And I'm just thrown all the way off right now because I got two co-hosts that are just straight up assholes for no reason.
Okay, so all right. Well,
Everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell are they laughing about?"
If you guys
This is why you can't do podcasts with your friends, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do podcasts with your friends.
Making productions material on thesocialthought.com. Oh, my side hurts.
Yeah, Rihanna got mad. Rihanna got mad. Look, man, I'll be honest, man. I don't even care about her accomplishments, man. I'm petty. I want the baby to come out with Rihanna's forehead from Ponder Replay.
Yeah. Why?
Well, wait, what?
I want Rihanna's baby to come out with her forehead from Ponder Replay. I'm petty today, man. I wanted to come out with A$AP Rocky's braids that never touches his neck. That's what I wanted to come out with. That's a big forehead, neck-driven baby. All right.
Don't he look like her assistant in every video that?
It's at certain points it looks like A$AP Rocky's having a baby and not Rihanna. A$AP Rocky is like a fine mom from Philly. I don't care, man. It's not with me, man. You know how long I was holding out for Rihanna?
But honestly, what do you think? Like, do you think it's better for someone to establish themselves first?
I feel like I can only talk about this as a man. Ideally, in a perfect world, it's smarter to establish yourself first, and then if you want to have kids or whatever the like, you go from there. Like in a perfect world, it's better to do so, but like shit happens, so like you just gotta. It's smarter that she did it the way she did it because she probably had a conversation with Rocky because he's dropped the A$AP because that I forced on him. So his name is now Rocky, aka Rock, ROC. They probably had the conversation in the sense of like, hey, I do want to have kids, but let me just get to a certain point in my life first. Because I think they were talking with each other since 2013. They were probably flirting on and off since 2013, since the car incident. That's what I want A$AP Rocky's kids to look like. That lemur on Home Beach's shoulder. I don't know who that is.
That's Phil, you know Phil.
Phil from Philly? You got the cheesesteak stand?
Phil, man.
Is that I don't know,
Phil, man.
Sir, okay, you acting like I know somebody with Zaboomafoo on his shoulder. I don't know who that is.
You know who it is.
You know who Phil is, man.
Bro, I hate when N-words do that. You don't know the person? Nah, man, you know Phil. You know Phil.
Nah, Phil, bro. You know Phil from Spectrum Phil, man.
No, I don't.
Lead Phil, who became supervisor.
Yo, from Phil from Up the Block Phil, man. Like, yo, how do you not know?
Wait. You know what? I was about to do something, and I decided not to. But hi, Phil.
Post the next comment. Post the next.
Hi, Phil. You look happy. I don't. I feel like I know who he is, but I don't remember.
You know who it is, man. That's you being bad rude. That's your needs. That's our guy, man.
Mike, what are we talking about? Lizzie alert!
Lizzie alert!
Oh yeah, did we establish it? We didn't make one. We didn't do this.
We don't need one because I'd have just played that alarm the whole time when I found out Rihanna was pregnant. I don't care about her accomplishments. I don't care about her Savage Fenty underwear line that can fit my body. It should have been me. It should have been me.
Hey Dre, how do you feel about the?
It should have been me.
How do you feel about the idea of establishing yourself before, having a family and a baby and everything?
Emotional damage. I'm all for it. Because pretty much like a lot of people nowadays, a lot of us in school actually. We be in high school and we be seeing like girls we pregnant and whatnot, and it's crazy that they be just in situations and people just try to rush the process and do all of this and do all that. And I feel like having yourself established and having your life set up would be much better than just having a child when young and just trying to struggle and trying to make ends meet. And yeah, I mean, Rihanna's a billionaire, so it's kind of easy to be like, yeah, your child is set. But I feel like just in general for women, and not to speak on all women, because let me not do that. Just to say, like, it's good for everyone to be established, men and women, I should say, for them to bring a child into this world. So I'm all for it. Let's not rush the process.
There you go, Jay. Look at that. That's such a well said comment there, man.
Women ain't shit. No, I'm kidding.
All right, now that we're done, let's get into this toxic men talk. Like I said,
go back to
like God motherfucking said.
He said, "Yeah, man, women should they should do whatever they feel like." So let me talk about women. These bitches don't know.
Speaking of Rihanna and music artists, what about Kanye West, man?
Yo,
read the comment out loud, my man.
All right, man. First of all, why'd you call me to do the reading? I don't read, right?
Yeah, you can read.
I sent it to you because you're smarter out of all three of us, right?
Definitely not smarter than Dre.
What? Dre don't know about tech.
You know you're smart when you can finesse the system.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
cool.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Next you go here be on trial.
Next you go
I
here.
ain't saying that more.
Yeah, open up.
All I'm saying is that the man knows how to
right.
the system. That's it.
All I know is
now I'm about to be on trial with Tariq St. Patrick. Cooper Sachs is going to get my ass.
Wow.
Going to have to help. He's going to have to help me out.
All I know is that Dre graduated with a degree in photography, and somehow he's the #1 chemist in the country.
Giancarlo went to Harvard.
Right. And now he's the main fryer at a burger. Giancarlo's #1 super fry guy.
Oh my God.
Giancarlo
he got some pictures. He said, I made this. He said, I made this last night. Don't you work at Taco Bell?
Giancarlo is the only person I know who graduated from Harvard with a quad major, and he does fries with no salt at a McDonald's.
Oh, we are on one tonight.
This man.
God.
Shouts out to Giancarlo for his Valentine's Day present of a Dr. Seuss book. And he can't.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, that was cute, man. That was cute.
It was cute. Giancarlo can't read it though. You heard him try to read it.
Who made that book? Who made that book?
Mike, you good?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I'm all right, man.
Man.
All right. I don't even know why we even have topics, man. We should just talk. We should.
I don't know why you have topics either, man. I'm just trying to figure out why is Giancarlo a councilman and also head chef at 110 Grill. Like, Giancarlo and Jeffrey Epstein has the most amazingest resume I've ever seen in my life.
Oh
my goodness gracious!
Wow.
Wow.
First of all, Jeffrey Epstein's actions is what's on the courtroom. I said his. Have you ever seen Jeffrey Epstein's resume? The man dropped out of high school and was a college professor who taught English.
How?
Bro, that's what I learned in the docuseries on Netflix, the Filthy Rich docu. Bro, he dropped out of high school and he was a college professor in Oxford.
That's kind of like I was watching a little bit about that Bill Cosby documentary and basically how he dropped out and then all of a sudden he's put a doctor because he was studying for something, but he wasn't really a doctor yet.
Yo, I swear,
So,
it's like
yeah.
in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, you could have just said you were something and people would just believe you. Like,
pretty much.
What were we talking about? Rihanna and her works?
We were actually talking about Kanye West. About you about to read the Shade Room's.
I apologize. In the words of Dave Chappelle, read. Anyway, so all right. So Kanye West put this on the Shade Room. Yesterday, Kim accused me of putting a hit out on her. So let me get this straight. It's Kanye. I like how Mike had the only person who has heavy breathing to read this, but okay.
It's so self-conscious for no reason.
Because, man, they're about to hear mad gaps of air leaving my body. All right, I beg to go to my daughter's party and I'm accused of being on drugs. No comma. Then I go to play with my son and I take my Akira graphic novels. I didn't know Kanye was into anime like that, so there's that. And I'm accused of stealing. Now I'm being accused of putting a hit out on her. These ideas can actually get somebody locked up. They play like that with black men's lives. Whether he put not like he put weather like clouds and skies and shit. Whether it's getting them free or getting them locked up, I'm not playing about my black children anymore.
So do you think Kanye's crazy, or do you think this is just another way to make black men look insane in the public eye?
I mean, here's the problem though. Kanye makes himself look
real
crazy.
Cry for help.
But Kanye makes himself look crazy all the time. But then he also says things that make sense. Like he said something to TMZ where he was like, he thinks how celebrities should get a cut, and when TMZ takes pictures and just displays their image like that. So he was like, "Look, man, I think celebrities should get a cut, and I'm gonna change that."
You know, about that, I was like, "Yo, it'd be funny. Wouldn't it be funny if celebrities just took a camera and just followed around random people, like TMZ be following around celebrities?"
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that would be so much flack because like people already put celebrities on this pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the reverse of a celebrity doing what like TMZ does, they'd be like, "Oh, this guy, he has he has time on his hands and local journalist Michael Davis. I mean, like, follow me around for 2 hours, search through my trash can, like, because TMZ people be wilding, wilding for the flick.
Paparazzis in general just be wilding.
Yeah, bro. I remember I heard what was it? I forgot what celebrity it was. But the cameraman tried to sue her for her releasing pictures that the cameraman took.
What?
Exactly, Dre. The cameraman who he's part of the paparazzi. He tried to sue the celebrity for her releasing pictures of herself that he took.
That's crazy. I don't know how she.
Do you think that Kanye is crazy, or do you think that this is because remember when you look back at the remember Tyrese who was crying
Mm,
on camera because he was crying for his daughters, I believe,
mm.
and everybody was like, "Yo, this man has lost his mind. Or he's insane." Blah blah blah. Is this the same way? Is this the same story?
I mean,
I
like I
feel.
said, oh, sorry, Dre, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
So I feel like a lot of black men that always they get slack for speaking out a little bit. Tyrese, he did it. Well, not speaking out, but being emotional and kind of putting themselves out there. Tyreek did it. Will Smith did it. Like it's that picture that was going around, circling around, like about black men who put themselves out there and then they get ridiculed and posted as a meme because that's kind of our lives. Like black men or just men in general are supposed to be strong. They're not supposed to show any sign of weakness. And like kind of like how Duran says, like with Kanye,
Everything's going on.
with Kanye. With Kanye, sometimes he makes himself looks crazy, but that's true because Kanye does. He says some outlandish things, but at the same time, he does make sense. Like I said before in a previous show, like Kanye thinks different than we do. I don't know if it's trauma, drugs, alcohol, something, creative mind, genius brain, or something like that. Something that just doesn't really connect with the regular world. Maybe he's above us, maybe he's below us. We don't know that, but it's just like he thinks different, and I don't know. Some like Rook says, he makes some points that are valid. He makes some points that are crazy, but
King Apollo.
I'm afraid to talk because there's mad people here. Apparently, and C Money just called me a bitch. So
I said dick, not bitch. I don't call you a bitch in front of people.
you know I have that recorded, right?
What?
You heard it here first. Emotional damage. Anyway, so
Shut up.
so this is how I feel. I feel like I agree with Dre, but like Kanye says way too much stuff. That moment you realize you can't even blink. I can't even blink correctly to say I'm getting abused. One of my eyes still trying to stay open, so now I just look stupid. There you go. So
DJ King Apollo right now is having a party while the podcast is going on. This is why. So nothing's gonna get done.
all right, so remember when Kanye said that whole thing about slavery?
That slavery was a choice.
Yes, and we were just like, "Nigga, what?" And he was like, "No, this is what I meant," and we were just like, "Nigga, what?" Like I don't know. I don't know how to help Kanye anymore. But in good news, Donda 2 is going to be produced by Future.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right. Because I didn't know we need 2 albums of remembrance of his mother. But, I'll leave that alone.
Why not?
Yeah, you're right. But, like, I don't know. Kanye is just like, Kanye's Kanye. He's always been that outlandish person. Like, think about how he was with Touch the Sky, the video. Like, he's always been that person who's thought ahead. So maybe he's just one of them niggas who gotta speak. Like, say what you gotta say. That's it.
I hear that, man.
hey, I feel you.
Hey man, maybe low key in the background, maybe Kim is doing some wild junk to make him act the way he's acting as well. I mean, it has to be some part Kanye and then of course some part Kim. But how deep is it on Kim's end that is making Kanye speak out the way he's speaking? But at the same time, I don't think we should take anything lightly. We shouldn't take that lightly, what he's saying, and just rub it off as, oh, this man is crazy because of his history or whatever. There's really something that we need to look into about men and even and black men in general who cry out for help or speak for help. Like, we got to break this stigma. I mean, it is societal toxic masculinity in itself when we don't allow men to speak about their issues or to hear them out when they do have issues. It's societal toxic masculinity. And when I say societal, I mean men, women, children, everybody in our society has this stereotype that men are supposed to be this type of being that are supposed to hide their feelings, hide their emotions, and just go on about life, stick it out, and whatever. No, we should be able to talk about things. Yeah, I still think that we should still be tough and act like, the stereotypical man, but I also feel like we should be able to be open and speak about those things. But when we look at people like Kanye, because he's at a higher, because he's put on a higher pedestal, we just look at it as just another celebrity issue, celebrity gossip, or Kanye just being Kanye. You know what I'm saying? What happens if a point comes where Kanye, may, take that step where, he, God forbid, he may take his life or something like that. Then we're all going to look and be like, oh my God, we should have got help for Kanye. We should have done something. We should have been there. Right. We should have listened. You know what I'm saying? We wait till it's too late. So my thing is that I don't want to take it as a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? It could be something, and the way these Kardashians have ran their life for the past, 15 years, 20 years that we've known them. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of truth in what Kanye's saying, and I think that's something that we need to pay more attention to instead of just rubbing him off and throwing shade at him. No pun intended, the shade room.
Right.
That's my thought on the matter. That's my social thought.
Whoa, man.
Sir, we don't want to get sued, sir.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Want to get sued by our own creator.
No. Right. Michael Davis sues Social Punch.
I'm like, what the? I'm like,
Social
what? I'm like, sir, what is?
What?
I feel like Kanye West has a lot of cries for help, but it depends on if Kanye wants to take those, like whoever offers him the help. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Like, because it's Kanye, so like he says a lot of things, and like it's like one of the people that throws a lot of things at you, and then like when it's actually time for them to say something, then you just go, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? So it's like, maybe Kim is doing something crazy. Maybe Kim knows a bunch of voodoo. Maybe,
voodoo.
Just like a woman to laugh at men.
Of course, she chooses a time where I talk about men's mental issues, and she chooses to laugh.
Emotional damage.
So, but I feel like who knows what Kim's really doing? Like, also, it could be a factor of like Kanye was really in love, and then Kim left him, and he just went crazy. I know men in Poughkeepsie that has happened to, and it just went shoom off the rocker. So like, who knows? At the end of the day, like, if Kanye is asking for help, but he doesn't want any help, that's on Kanye.
The world may never know. Unless his inner circle would know.
Yeah. I feel like if you're in Fortune 500, you would know.
The background music.
Was that like an Adult Swim bump?
Gio!
Clip or something. Speaking of clips, if you guys want to check out our previous episode that was aired earlier with myself and King Apollo, with the Pop the Boys podcast that is on the previous live. So make sure to check that out. It's on Daniel Lamar Wright's Facebook page. Also our Social Punch podcast. I'm getting sued now. Social Punch podcast page and everything else in between. So also YouTube and all those other fine things. We talk wrestling and everything else like that. It was a good ass conversation.
I'm not gonna lie, it was mad fun. It wasn't as serious. I don't know what to do with my hair apparently. It was a good time. I enjoyed it.
I watched it. It looked like it was a good time.
Mike Davis wasn't there, so I definitely enjoyed myself.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, because when Mike Davis is here, I can't curse. When
it comes to wrestling and football, Mike he doesn't know anything about anything.
Apparently not. And apparently certain movies either, but we'll leave that alone because we still never finished the goddamn. Did we ever finish the goddamn?
Yeah, we had our finals. It's between John Wick and Terminator 2.
And who won? Yes. You know who also can't curse? Joe Rogan. Segway time.
Hello, friends. I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit, or I was talking about how Quentin Tarantino used it repeatedly in Pulp Fiction, or I was talking about how a Netflix executive, ironically, used it because he was trying to compare it to another offensive word, and he said it out loud, and they fired him. Not calling anybody a word, just saying the word out loud. I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it and it could be a punchline. It could be a term of endearment. It could be lyrics to a rap song. It could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word. But it's not my word to use. I'm well aware of that now, but for years I used it in that manner. I never used it to be racist because I'm not racist, but whenever you're in a situation where you have to say, I'm not racist, you fucked up. And I clearly have fucked up. And that's my intention to express myself in this video, to say, there's nothing I can do to take that back. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible. I do hope that, if anything, that this can be a teachable moment. Because I never thought it would ever be taken out of context and put in a video like that. And now that it is, holy shit, it looks bad. And it's part of also me doing this podcast for thousands of hours, thousands of episodes, over 12 years. I said a lot of fucking stupid shit, which is fine when you're talking about most things, but not when you're talking about race. And there's another clip that I have to address. There's a clip from 11 years ago. I was telling a story on the podcast about how me and my friend Tommy and his girlfriend, we got really high. We were in Philadelphia and we went to go see Planet of the Apes. And we didn't know where we were going. We just got dropped off by a cab and we got dropped off in this all black neighborhood. And I was trying to make the story entertaining. And I said, we got out and it was like we were in Africa. It's like we were in Planet of the Apes. I did not, nor would I ever say that black people are apes, but it sure fucking sounded like that. And I immediately afterwards said, that's a racist thing to say. Planet of the Apes wasn't even in Africa. I was just saying there's a lot of black people there. But then I went on to talk about what a positive experience it was and how much fun it was to go to see this movie in a black neighborhood. It wasn't a racist story, but it sounded terrible. And like I said, you can have clunky stories about anything, but not about race. And so I deleted that whole podcast, but obviously somebody made a clip out of it and taken out of context. It looks terrible, but it looks terrible even in context. It's a fucking idiotic thing to say. And I was just trying to be entertaining. I certainly wasn't trying to be racist. And I certainly would never want to offend someone for entertainment with something as stupid as racism. My hope is that, look, I can't go back in time and change what I've said. I wish I could. Obviously, that's not possible. But I do hope that this can be a teachable moment for anybody that doesn't realize how offensive that word can be coming out of a white person's mouth in context or out of context. My sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but all of this is just me talking from the bottom of my heart. It makes me sick watching that video, but hopefully at least some of you will accept this and understand where I'm coming from. My apologies and much love. My sincere, deepest apologies and much love.
Not bad. It's just like a different.
So that was for those of you that don't know, Joe Rogan recently Joe Rogan has come under fire as Spotify has removed. Well, Joe Rogan has been kind of under fire for not under fire, but there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Joe Rogan for years. But this one in particular, with one of the other controversies has been that a lot of music artists have been pulling their songs off of Spotify due to the misinformation of the about COVID. Now, this came forth where 70 episodes out of thousands of episodes were removed off of his podcast from using the N-word, using the N-word. I mean, plain and simple. So, I mean, every time a white person says that I'm not racist, I just in my head, I'm just like, whatever, man, you are. Like, every white person is racist. Like, and if they're not consciously racist, they are subconsciously racist.
Let me say this. I feel like the beginning part, I was like, you know what? I can understand that. It's not for him to say. And with us, we can say it into either derogatory meaning. We can say it as a compliment. We can say it as songs, a catchphrase, and this and that. And that's the whole bigger problem with us using that word in general. But anyway, until he started going with that Planet of the Apes story. And then that's when it was like, sir, that's still a little racist, no matter how you go about it.
Yeah, no matter how you play that.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, we went to see Planet of the Apes, and I made a joke and said, well, we're in a black community, so it felt like I was in Africa. Sir, what part of entertainment was that for?
It's not entertaining at all. And this is why I say there's so much power to words. And a lot of people, and I get I do, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do use the N-word. I do. But I hate that I use it. I hate that it's embedded in my system. I hate that it's just easily rolls off my tongue whenever I'm talking to my guys, when I'm talking to y'all. I don't usually use it in public like that, but when I'm with y'all, I'll use it. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about it. I just think that there's so much power to this word, because I just feel like this word consciously and subconsciously brings us down as a people. I think that there's so much power in this word that it does not allow us to break free of some of a deep mental pain that we have against us. That's what I think this word does. I feel like, in a sense, it holds us back in some type of way. Well, you know what? I'm wrong, because last time I talked about this, John Carlos said that we shouldn't eradicate the word. But I still think to this day that this word should be eradicated.
It's a tough thing. I mean, that's like also saying that the word should be eradicated, which also would say that racism is going to be eradicated. It's really not ever going to happen. As
You're
long
not
as
going to
passed down
eradicate
generation.
racism by that, but I just think that we as people of color should hold this word to a higher standard and not use it in a term of endearment. We shouldn't use it as a term of endearment. As he said, like, you know what I'm saying? It's so annoying to hear a white man say that, oh, you know what, man, this is not my word to use. No white person should ever use it. It's only a word that should be used by black people, because it's such a word that could be used as a term of endearment. You could use it in rap songs. You could use this. You could do this. Oh, it's such a word. But, like, when you look at it, it's like, yo, do you know where this word, like, everyone's going to say, oh, well, if you knew the original meaning to this word, it means that, we were kings and queens and it was of a higher standard. But let's look at it. Let's really look at the meat and potatoes of it, right? This word was literally used to demean us and degrade us as people. And we turn around and we use this word and we say, okay, we turned it around and we used it as power. No, we really didn't, because white people still use it. They still use it with their own friends of color. They still use it with their own people. They use it to still degrade us. So we have not taken this word back at all. We have just added it to the meaning of it. We haven't taken it. So that's why I think this word should be eradicated and never used.
And it's at a point where it's so spread globally. It's not even just.
It's not even. Yeah, there's no context.
You see white people saying it to other white people.
You see white people say to white people, and then if you turn around and you be like, "Yo, bro, don't say that," then they argue with you, talk about why can't I say it if you could say it? And I'm just like, wait a minute, what?
I love the argument where white people just go, well, why can't I say it? I love the why can't I say it argument. Like the country singer that said it, and then he was like, well, I didn't know I couldn't say it. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't know you couldn't say it. Like, white people, like, I love how what white people do is, all right, so boom, they use the words against us. All right, now we take the word back, quote unquote, taking it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Then white people go, well, all right. Well, if you say it with an A instead of an ER, so now it's not offensive. No, it's not, because it's still coming from your white lips. No, that's not the case. All right, cool. So now if I hit you with my left hand instead of my right hand, you still get knocked out. That's how that goes. So, like,
but now you look like the aggressor, though, because all they did was just use a word. You were offended, and you are the aggressor now because you used physical violence.
Okay, they used physical violence when they gave us when they used the words against us.
But you see how at the end of the day, it always looks like the black man is always wrong.
Sure, that's how America was funded.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, dude, when we talk about this, when we have this conversation of the word and we talk about, bro, there is no other culture that uses their word of hate as a term of endearment. You don't see Spanish people don't be going around calling each other, oh yeah, that's my. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't want to be, because then I'm gonna sound racist on the podcast.
Sir, yes they do. They just say it in Spanish and we can't understand it.
But I'm talking about the Spanish people that speak English.
Yes, they do. We're just not around them, Mike. Are you around Spanish people daily?
People going around calling each other spics all day?
Yes.
Really?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
I'm just saying you're not around Spanish people a lot to know. You're around niggas.
Spanish people go around calling each other the N-word all the time.
Yes,
but you be in the Bronx, you be in the city, they be using the N-word all the time. Spanish people.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they be saying all the other stuff.
Chinese people don't be going around calling each other they be calling each other chinks. That's my chink.
No, they say that's my chigga. It's a mix of chink and nigga.
Chinese people be going around calling each other my nigga. So we have no power to this word. As much as black people want to sit here and say that we got power and we own this, we do not have no power to this word at all.
Okay, so question is, do you feel offended if a Chinese person called you a nigga or a white person called you a nigga?
I feel offended, period. But I will feel more offended by a white man calling me. If you want me to be honest. If we want to be honest here.
He said, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be mad. But as a white man, you can't call me nigga. Nigga, you ain't a nigga. Nigga. Like, I just love how white people go, oh man, I shouldn't use that word.
I really want to test this theory if you talk about Spanish people go around calling people by spit. I never me and Dre look at each other like, wait a minute.
We had to go to Spanish Harlem, Spanish barbershop.
You know why I said that? Because like, one, we're not around Spanish people a lot, so who knows what they say. They do say nigga, but I'm not like, one, I'm pretty sure there's worse words that they say to other people. First of all, you can't even call like Dominicans Mexicans. So that's their own version of hate. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's all. Dre knows that's a whole nother version.
That's
of hate.
all Spanish people. A lot of Spanish people, like even people even Hondurians don't like that junk.
Yeah, I don't. Anyways, but like, I'm not around. Like, I haven't heard any famous Hispanic people come out and be like, "Well, I didn't know I couldn't say nigga." You know what I mean?
Because if you have any type of color to you that is not white, then it gives you the right to use the N-word, is what people assume, or which is an unspoken language. It's just that white people themselves can't use it. But anybody of some type of color, because they feel like they are of color and they haven't been a master, can be like, oh yeah, well, my ancestors have never owned slaves or have never done that, or you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, if we're using that ideology, then niggas can't use that either, because niggas owned slaves too.
But this is what I'm talking about, bro. I just think that this word, in a sense, I think the word literally keeps us down as a people. I think it's another form of psychological warfare on black people. What's good, Corey? What's up, bro?
Hi, Corey. I'm sorry I'm still in New York, but I have nowhere to live, and the bridge or I can't live under a bridge yet, so there's that. Cool, Dre. Your mic is still muted.
Said he already left the room, so none of that matters.
Oh, that's crazy, because my life don't matter in Florida. Anyways, so I mean, I feel like there's no version of taking the word back. Like, you know how I feel? I feel like in general, black people have no power.
And there ain't nobody that defend the word more than a non-black person.
Yo, like
look at Giancarlo, for example.
You know what's crazy? Like, I feel like I can't even say take the word nigga away, because in certain aspects there's no way to describe certain ignorant black people other than a nigga.
True. Right.
Like, so there's no way, like, but like, again, black people have no power. Remember, like, everything that happened to Jewish people during the Holocaust, they get a memorial. Like, everything that happened during, what was it, World War I? I think. No, World War II. Anybody who was considered Japanese American, they got some sort of settlement or something. Black people ain't getting nothing. That's it. And all we have is what, this month? And the only people they remind us of are Madam C.J. Walker, the George Washington Carver, who didn't invent peanut butter. He just found out different uses for the peanut. But, history books. So, like, we don't really have a say in anything. And, like, I understand what you're saying, Mike. Like, oh, we shouldn't use this word. We should, like, take it back, or we should just, like, cancel it altogether. But we can't, because, like, it's sadly a part of American history now.
As Joe Rogan says, there's no word like this word in the dictionary.
There is none.
It's such a unique word. It's such a unique word. There's no word like it. And because it is a word that is supposed to be censored, it is so wantingly and needing to be used so badly so everyone can use it. And you already know in this society, if there's something you can't have, people are going to want it more.
Yeah.
So when white people use it with themselves or say it around other black people, whatever, they feel powerful. They feel a part of it. They feel like they're a part of the culture.
Because white people always be stealing niggas' culture.
Right. And like I said, any person of color, whether you are Chinese, Hispanic, or, mixed or whatever, any type of color, you're going to use it.
Oh, yeah.
So when I see that video and say, oh, there's only one group of people that say it, it really isn't one group of people that say it, because everybody uses it. Everyone uses it.
I feel like the word nigga is just universal, to where, like, I'm pretty sure Africans use it too.
Probably.
So it's not even like an American thing anymore. Now it's just a universal world thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure people in Japan uses the word. Like, that's what I'm saying. We don't have any power to the word. It's just
no power to the word. And whenever you hear that, whenever I hear that, oh, it's our word and we give the power meaning. No, we don't, bro. No, we don't.
Nothing.
We have no power whatsoever.
No, we don't.
No power.
We just
literally power that we hold.
The only power we have is when a white person says it, and we go, "All right, you can't say that." Other than that, that's it. If Jackie Chan tomorrow came out and was like, "Bro, I love doing the Rush Hour movies with my nigga Chris Tucker," we'd have been like, "Yo, Jackie, it's crazy. Are you doing part 4?" Like we just roll past it. We were like, "Yo, Jackie, what are you doing, man?"
Like, we were so okay with Quentin Tarantino allowing that to roll in the film. We were so okay with it because we allowed Samuel L. Jackson to be okay with them using it.
Let me tell you something. I forgot what movie it was, but Adam Driver said it. And I was like, all right, Adam Driver, you got to chill out. But, like, you said that too perfectly. Nah, man. I think we don't have no power.
Black Klansman?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we was like, all right, you said that way too cleanly, but I feel like we have no power in the word. I gotta go do something real quick.
It's after an hour anyway, so we gotta close out.
But yeah, I feel like we don't own the word anymore. It's just the only power we have is whenever white people say it, and then we just jump on the nearest bandwagon, and then that's it.
Yo, let's continue this conversation for next week's episode. We're gonna do a part 2 of this one just to continue. Dre, you wanted to say something real quick?
Real quick, we just can't say anymore that we don't have anything because they gave us a section at Target. Leave that off on a good note.
Yeah.
First of all,
we also got a section on Amazon Prime and Netflix.
First of all, let me just tell you something. I'm so upset that the goddamn Young Gifted and Black sweater does not come in my side. All right? I'm so sick. I wanted a Young Gifted and Black sweater.
Whoops.
Yes, Dre, I know you have it. That's why I brought it up, you bitch. I know that's what you're going for. I knew you was going for it. I already seen the picture of you and Rayvon. All right? I knew that's what you were going for.
Had to represent. I was actually going to wear this on a show today. But, there we go. That's what he's referring to.
Yes.
Yeah,
They have that at Target. It's Young Gifted in black.
I like that. I want that shirt.
Yeah. Yes, it's at Target.
Don't we have a closeout video?
Yeah, where you can reach your Making Productions material, logos, and shirts, and hats, and baby clothes.
Is that the outro?
Baby clothes.
Outro?
I think so.
I don't feel like I haven't done this show in like a month. Where is the outro?
I feel like
that's the old outro. We just go with the clothes for right now. We promote the clothes.
All right.
Now it's just an awkward silence.
Well, that's it, yo. I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Amsterdam, drunk off vibe. London, England, drunk off vibe. Hit the States and we drunk off vibe. Pretty girl, broke off wine. Flex in a babe. Skirt in a rave. Why y'all in my face? You don't know my name. Drop down. The whole place shut down. Hey! Drop down. So much love now. Hey! Attitude on what now? Giving you the walk now. You know we don't play that. Full crate, where that bass at?